back. I say welcome back. It's just us welcome. It's a new week for all you listeners, but it's 5 minutes later for me and Lauren from last week to this week.
Straight up facts.
Straight up facts.
So I'm Lauren. That's Bridget.
Yep.
We're your wonderful hosts of Gateway Anime Podcast, and this week we are wrapping up Fooly Cooly, enrolling for our new season of anime. Whoops.
Lauren, show us your die, your D20 die for all our YouTube watchers.
Is this cheap one? It's gold.
It's sparkly though, right?
I like it. I have a better one, but it's really loud, and this one's not.
Oh,
so this
come
is
on.
the one I
this
will
is
be
the
using.
aesthetics we need.
I like this
Okay,
guy.
you like that when you choose that.
He did good for me last time. I got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so I got to keep it up.
I want to show everybody my new dice that are watching because I have a dice problem and I refuse to stop it.
She does have a dice problem.
I actually got 3 new sets of dice this week. This one.
This will bode well for Bridget, though, when she eventually starts DMing the campaign that we will inevitably do.
I know I'm going to eventually do it. I know, because I've already been thinking things in my head.
Me and Dana have already made our characters. We're ready for you.
Dang it. We'll get an aura in on it, and then we can go. What have y'all done to me? I was like, I'm not DMing. I'm so bad.
You're obsessed with it. You're obsessed with an amazing DM. I don't see why you wouldn't want to do it.
And I've learned so much watching Critical Role. I have learned so much. And my brother and I talk about it. And
I just don't understand why you're trying to fight your destiny. That's all I'm saying.
Because
I really don't.
I just feel like I'm such a harsh critic to myself, and I don't feel like my games are fun, or I feel like I'm too hard on my players or something. It's a lot of work that goes into DMing too.
It is.
Because you got to set up a whole campaign. But
I know.
Because you saw what I've done just with my character.
You're fine.
Okay, but
it's a lot of work, guys. Oh, can I show you all of this and this and this? That's Bridget. Just so you know.
Metal die that I got on Amazon, of all places. They're oil slick. They're like dragon scales with like metal, like chains, like you're chained the dragon. And they're white with red lettering, and they're heavy, and it's a full set. And there's on some of them, they have dragons. Like it comes with a D6, which is lovely because I need those for rolling damage. But it's got dragons on the D6. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I did a mystery box and got some really ugly dice. So if anybody wants yellow dice, I will give that to you. Because it comes with 1 metal die and then a full pack of resin dye, and it was yellow, and I was like, ew. Not my color.
Respect.
So anyway, yeah, I know I'm gonna DM. I'll start working on it.
Sorry to shove that in your brain. Anyway, guys, this is the wrap-up episode. I only have 5 wrap-up questions for us, and then we go into our important questions that we answer for every anime.
That says, what have you learned from Phantom Blood on it still?
Yeah, I didn't mean... I changed it after, and I was like, gosh dang it, I forgot I actually had the title of it in there.
I giggled at it.
Well, I just copy those over. So
yeah,
whatever.
I know, but I forgot that you had actually put the title of the show in it, because I don't think you did the first time. But
I don't think I did either. But here we are. Anyway, our 5 wrap-up questions are: who's your favorite character? Your least favorite character? Your favorite vocal performance? Favorite moment? And then, what do you think "Fooly Cooly" means? So,
great question.
We're going to start with favorite character. I chose Conti, but specifically Conti when Naoda and Conti can join, because I think that's the best version of Naoda, because he is without anxiety, and it's like who he will be once he is an adult. I think that's really lovely. So I chose Conti Naoda together.
Interesting. I chose Conti. I didn't specify which Conti. I think I just like housekeeper Conti or crossing guard Conti, like everyday Conti, who's just a nice robot.
He's a really nice
That was my favorite one.
Who is your least
favorite?
Can you
guess? Can you guess? Can you guess?
Is it the dad?
It's the dad.
Okay,
it's the dad.
Mine is Mummy Me. really hate
Also
Monique.
really painful person.
Like, she's sad, don't get me wrong, but I just like her so much. She's such a user. I know so many people that have just used me up, and it's as sad as it is, it's hard. And
yeah, I get that.
Favorite voice performance? It's
I'm
gonna be
trying to
hard
find
for
it.
you.
No. I'm trying to find it. You said it, but I can't remember who it is. Who voiced the cat?
Steve Bloom.
It's the cat, because I think it's so funny that they got an actual voice actor for the cat, and it's meow 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 meow. This is my favorite voice actor in this show is the cat.
Love it.
Meow meow.
Meow meow. I chose June Mizuku, who is Naota. It's the only thing they've ever done, but she did a very heartfelt, wonderful job, and I wish that she has done more, because it was so good and really understated, and that's hard to do with this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Favorite moment, Bridget?
Probably when Naota and Kanti combine, and then Naota pulls out and has the Pirate King power. I think it's pretty epic, and it's kind of like him owning up to himself and standing up for himself. So I think that was my favorite moment. That, and then at the end where he's kind of hanging out with people his own age and his friends and actually getting to know them. And I felt like, look, healthy things for this child. Made me feel better.
I have two. I like when he takes a swing at the bomb and he has to stand on his own and he just takes a chance on himself. Love that. And that he actually gets to hold it off. Like, it doesn't just immediately crush him.
Explode. Yeah, it stops.
He has a moment to stand on his own. And I love that. And then I absolutely love when he tells Mamimi to never call him Takun again.
That was a great moment.
Ugh.
Stand up for yourself. You're your biggest advocate.
So good. And what do you think Fooly Cooly means? I know what it means, so I'm going to let you go first.
Okay. I don't know. I think it means like horsing around, kind of something like that, because they use it in different terms. They use it for like feeling up, you messing around kind of thing. But they also mean like, are you messing around, like you being dumb, you goofing off? And so that's kind of what I think it means. It's like just a slang term. It's hard to define.
Well, it is a slang term. It does have several different terms, but the most defined one I could find is that Fooly Cooly is a Japanese onomatopoeia for the sound of feeling a woman's breasts. So in other words, fondling. That's what Fooly Cooly means. Just saying them.
No, they used it as a reference too, and was really hoping that wasn't like exactly what it was, but
that's it.
Anyway.
All right. Now we're down to our important anime questions. If you are familiar with our show, which I hope you are at this point, you hear us answer these questions.
What is this, our fourth show?
We do. Is this our fourth show? Yes, it is our fourth show. Yeah. So we answer this at the end of all of our shows. So remember these questions. The end. So first one is, what have you learned from Fooly Cooly?
Phantom Blood.
What have you learned from Phantom Cooly?
Phantom Cooly. What have I learned? I learned that it's a coming of age story. I learned that it's for a niche audience of a coming of age story. That it's a little dated. Maybe I think what holds it up still now is probably nostalgia. Like when I go rewatch things that I enjoyed a lot as a kid that I'm like, oh, it's kind of cringy now. I feel like this could fall into that category. Not saying it's bad or like the animation's not good. It's just, it's just that nostalgic thing. And I think what I've learned is like, it's trying to tell kids that you're going to mess up. You're going to go through things in life, but you're your biggest advocate. Stand up for yourself and try and make friends with the people around you, but don't let them use you.
I was not expecting you to say something nice about this at all.
I told you I was trying to be very open-minded, even though I did not like this show. But that's what I think they were trying to convey in this show.
This is a really hard question for me because I've watched Fooly Cooly 7 times at 7 different points in my life. This is my seventh time watching Fooly Cooly. But keep in mind, Fooly Cooly was my favorite anime for a very long time. Because the first time I watched Fooly Cooly, I was 12. So I was Naota's age when I watched Fooly Cooly for the first time.
You were the target demographic.
It was the target demographic. And I've learned different things every time I've watched it. I think mostly it's that you don't have to rely on people around you in order to inspire change. Like you can do that for yourself. I think that's probably the biggest thing. And that you need to learn how to believe in yourself to cut out the toxic people in your life. And that can be anyone. It can be bad friends, bad parents, bad people. Doesn't matter. If they're bad for you, you don't have to keep them. That's just a fact. And, you know, everything that you need in life, you can get there with enough belief in your self-worth. Sorry, my phone. I keep leaving it on the table because that's what I'm reading my notes off of.
You'd like to put a washcloth under it to absorb it.
Right, I probably should.
A towel.
Hold on. Let me move UG and I'll just put this under here. Oh, thanks, Michelle. This is my Christmas present from Michelle that I got yesterday because we finally exchanged our Christmas presents.
Hey, I've been there. I've been there.
Would you watch it again?
No. Absolutely not. You know what? I take back my JoJo's no. I would watch that again over this.
I don't know if I'll be watching this again.
Oh.
Because I think I've gotten what I need out of it now.
You've outgrown it now?
Yeah. I used to go through a phase.
Outgrown it like you don't like it anymore, but like
no, but everything I needed to learn from it, I think I've learned from it. Now.
I've done that.
I've watched enough.
I've wrung everything out of this washcloth that I could.
I don't think I need it anymore. I used to read books over and over and over again until I was finished. And that's what this feels like to me.
I thought I was done with that Hot Song Snake Charm series. Nope, I just bought that on my Kindle.
Get it.
Coming back to it, babe.
Would you pay to watch this?
I did, and I'm mad about it. Because then I found it later. So technically, yes, but I shouldn't have. Funimation, get your act together. Hulu, get your act together. Bridget, get your act together. Would I have willingly done it? No. Did I do it? Yes.
I would. I would pay to watch it. Would you recommend this anime to someone who wants to start watching anime?
No.
I would.
Unless it's actually, I wouldn't even do it for that age demographic. I think it's dated. I think the kids.
Oh, I don't think I would give this to a child to watch. Definitely not. But I would recommend this to an adult person who would like to start watching anime because I think it's a really good representation of what anime can be just from a stylistic purpose, like a standpoint. And
I would show them a clip of it
for what it's about.
I wouldn't tell them to watch the whole show.
I think it's fast and crazy and fun, and it could be, depending on the person, a very good introduction to anime. So I would, but I would have to know the person. Like if someone came up to me that I didn't know and was like, what should I watch? I'd just be like, not this. But if I knew the person and they asked, I'd be like, oh yeah, watch Fooly Cooly.
Maybe if I knew a friend that is into animation styles and drawing and also liked music, like typically indie music, I would give this to them and be like, hey, this might be up your alley.
So basically, if I had never watched anime and I was like, Bridget, what should I watch? You'd be like, oh, Lauren, go watch Fooly Cooly.
Yeah, probably.
Just me. You're right. Okay.
Just you. It's a very niche group of people that I would suggest this to, but I would not normally.
What type of anime watcher do you think this is aimed at? Newbie, moderate, or pro?
I'd say moderate.
This is really hard for me to answer because I think it doesn't really lend itself to any demographic. It just is. So I
feel like it's more moderate because there is some really tropey things in there, like the underwear flashing with the manga thing. So I think it's slightly too much for a newbie, but it's not necessarily deep into it like a pro. But I'm feeling middle, like moderate watchers is a sweet spot.
Thing I could really say for this is don't let your kids watch it. Or if you feel like they should for the coming of age part, watch it with them, or watch it before them so that y'all can talk about it when they're done. Like, there's
definitely something
that needs to be addressed.
Could confuse a kid.
Just because the time period is very different and the humor is different, and it is very problematic despite the fact that I still think it's very good, but I do think it needs some parental supervision.
It doesn't stand the test of time as well as some other things do.
It does not. So, but I think it could be for a lot of different people. But if it's for children, please watch it with them and know what you're going into.
Yeah.
And then what would you rate this out of 5, Bridget?
This is a 1 for me. I really did not enjoy this. Like, I'll move JoJo's up to a 2 hindsight because of this. I'll even move JoJo's up to a 2.5 because of watching this.
Wow. Okay.
I really did not enjoy this. Like I said, I enjoyed the music after watching the show. Like, I would not ever watch the show again for the music. It, like I said, it was distracting. It felt overwhelming. It didn't feel like it was adding to the show. Do I like that band now separately from the show? Yeah, I thought they had some good songs. But yeah, it's a 1 for me, man. It was not my cup of tea. I did not, even with 6 episodes, like last night, I was struggling to want to watch anything for it. It was not me.
I gave it a 4. The only reason I didn't give it a 5 is because it's so dated. There's just a little too much of the tropey things in there. But it is still very good. Like I said, I've watched it 7 times. I still enjoyed it the 7th time, but I'm done now. I'm good. I don't need to watch it again.
You're done now.
I don't have a whole lot of fun facts for you because it's such a small anime, but the fun facts I have are very fun. This anime has won a lot of awards. It's received very well. I did not write all of them down because it's so much, but this is also a Millennium anime. So it came out in 2000 and it came out right alongside its manga adaptation. So it is considered an OVA, even though it does have a manga because the anime technically came out on its own.
Yeah.
It received amazingly positive reviews when it was first released. It was described as bizarre and surreal. It has been noted for its symbolic content, unusual plot, and amazing soundtrack that is composed entirely by the Japanese rock band called The Pillows. The Anime New Network called it downright hilarious and visually superb, and the THEM anime reviewers gave it a 4 out of 5 star rating, saying that Fooly Cooly may not have a straightforward or deep plot. It may not have complex characterizations. Hell, it may not have any meaning at all. But Fooly Cooly does succeed in its true objective. It's really fun to watch. So that's cool. It's been praised for pushing what Japanese animation is capable of. And the makers really just wanted to test what they could do, and they definitely did that.
Definitely did.
It's also been ranked the number 4 in the list of best English licensed animes of all time. So best animes that can be watched in both Japanese and English. Wow. So and that's as of 2007. It does not still hold that ranking.
I bet not.
But it is still on the list. There are 2 sequels for Fooly Cooly. So there's Fooly Cooly Progressive and Alternative. They are attached to the
Those are on Crunchyroll, if you need to know.
They are attached to the original show. So if you watch them, they do connect. But Fooly Cooly was made as a standalone, and this is the full story of Fooly Cooly. You don't have to watch the other 2 if you're not interested, and watching the other 2 will not change the experience of the first. But my favorite fun fact, which I think is going to make you kind of mad.
Great.
The Legend of Korra was highly influenced by Fooly Cooly. So in the way that it's a coming of age story and learning about how to stand on your own
But
feet.
that's such a classic trope. Sorry.
In a person's complex entanglements of sexuality, the Avatar Last Airbender director, Fallopian
tube.
His name is like Velope or something. It's Volpe, Velope. But he actually stated to the members of his staff before they started season 3 of The Legend of Korra that they all had to buy Fooly Cooly and watch it to completion.
I get what they said, but man, does Korra do it way better.
Well, yeah, it's also way newer.
But Korra does it way
better
without like story. Sexualizing kids and women, because that's something I loved about Korra.
Well, this was also
was owning herself without being like
completely different things. So sexy. I don't really think you can super compare them because one of them was written with children in mind and one was not. No, he was influenced by them. He didn't compare them.
I don't like that, but you're right.
Love it. I knew you wouldn't like it, but I had to tell you.
I love Korra. I even like Korra more than the first Avatar, which is hard to do because I really loved the first Avatar.
But that was Fooly Cooly. If you liked it, there are 2 other seasons of Fooly Cooly. I have not watched them. I don't plan on watching them unless they somehow come up in this podcast. Because I'm pretty happy having what I have. But that's it.
Are you ready? I said, they're on Crunchyroll. Let me pull up our list. Pull up our list.
Why don't you tell us what's on the list?
Here we go. Refresher. If Lauren rolls a 1, it's My Hero Academia Season 1. 2, Demon Slayer Season 1. 3, Beastars Season 1. 4, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1. 5, Your Lie in April. I can't do Your Lie in April right now. 6, Tokyo Revengers Season 1. 7, Tokyo Ghoul Season 1. 8, Erased. 9, Devilman Crybaby. Please give me a break. 10, Attack on Titan Season 2. Fingers crossed. Look, someone pointed this out the other day that my fingers are too short to cross.
What the heck is wrong with you?
They're so small. Someone said that the other day. I was like, what? I have to like really I have to move them and they still don't even cross all the way.
I can cross like all of my fingers.
I can only do this with one hand, and that's only because I broke this pinky. No, I broke this pinky. I don't know.
Will can't do it. He's like this both times. He can't do it.
11, Code Geass. 12, One Punch Man Season 1. 13, Haikyuu Season 1.
I hope 14, it's Haikyuu. I want Haikyuu so bad.
Ice. I wouldn't be opposed. 15, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Battle Tendency. Dear Lord.
I would love that too.
If I just had to eat all my words I said, like justifying JoJo's, I would be so mad. 16, Death Note. 17, this is from Michelle. It's a Patreon recommendation. You can recommend shows if you subscribe to our Patreon. Assassination Classroom. 18, You're on High School Host Club. 19, Hunter x Hunter Season 1. And 20, Wonder Egg Priority. All right, Lauren. Here, let me blow on the dice again like we do at D&D.
I got 5. Is it Your Lie in April?
No. Let's do it. Let's get it out of the way. We're going to take it off. So that means I'm going through a lot of emotions right now. You would freaking roll that. Okay, so Your Lie in April will now be replaced with Sam Jackson's suggestion from Patreon, which is a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist.
Which apparently I will love.
Probably will hate is, I think, what I was told. Dear Lord.
And
we're really gonna watch Your Lie in April.
For Your Lie in April, we're watching the first 4 episodes. So I broke this down in 4s. That's it. We don't have to watch the rest of it. No, there are 22 episodes of Your Lie in April, so we're gonna watch the first 4. And so episode 1 is called Monotone / Colorful. Episode 2 is called Friend A. Episode 3 is Inside String and Spring. Sorry, not string. And then episode 4 is called The Journey. So that's what we'll be watching next episode. This is a great anime. I do think you'll like it. I know it's going to hurt you, but I know that you will enjoy it. So,
yeah, I've heard I'll like it, but I've heard I'll cry a lot.
So at least you know that you'll like it.
Yeah, right? It's nice change of pace there.
Yeah.
Man. Dang. So we're doing it by 4s, you said?
Yes, except the last episode is just 2 episodes because it didn't have enough. So we're doing it by 4s.
So everybody make sure you're doing it by 4s. Where did I lost your here it is. Couldn't find the folder with your your anime breakdown. I was like, where is this? Where is Your Lie in April?
It's at the bottom.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Oof.
There is an OVA, but we don't have to watch that. It's just like flashbacks.
Those are interesting that they do that. Attack on Titan, I did that when I was trying to just quickly watch through something to catch up to the new season again and get me a refresher, but dang, y'all. So I'm gonna call my doc, up my meds, get some extra tissues. Michael will be excited that we're doing this though.
Good.
He's been telling me to watch this for about a year now, and then he just kept talking about how much he cried, and I was like,
it's really sad.
I'm not gonna watch it, man. Have you seen all the shows on this list?
No, I have. Well, I haven't seen Assassination Classroom. Let me see what else.
Where's like it's not fair sometimes that I'm going in these blind.
Well, I made the list.
I know.
I haven't seen Assassination Classroom. I haven't seen Beastars.
Okay.
I haven't seen Tokyo Revengers or Erased. I haven't seen Hunter x Hunter, and I never finished Wonder Egg Priority.
Okay.
And I also haven't seen A Boring World where the concept of a dirty joke doesn't exist.
I need A Boring World where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. Is this streaming on something? Oh, apparently it's on Hulu.
I'm pretty sure Your Lie in April is on Funimation and Hulu and Netflix.
Let's check.
Might be wrong. It used to be. I watched it for the first time on Netflix, but that was many moons ago.
Many moons. Your Lie in April. Your Lie in April. So it's on Funimation. If you want to watch it there. Is it both on Funimation sub and dub? Yes. Let's see. Your Lie in April. International series. Let's see. It is sub and dub is on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the last one we said? Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, logged into my brother's profile. Oh, well. He's going to be like, what's this search? It is not on Netflix anymore.
Oh, no. It has been 5 years. I'm not surprised.
It's been a hot minute. Let me actually check and see if it's on Crunchyroll too. Maybe we can see if it's one of those that have actually crossed over. Your Lie in April. Only the subbed is on Crunchyroll. That's interesting.
In the dub, one of my favorite boys plays the main character. He does the voice of Ryuji Sakamoto in Persona 5.
Okay.
So I'm very jealous because I love the entire dub cast so much. So
that's exciting. I will be watching in dub. Lauren will watch sub.
I watched this originally in dub. It's a good dub. You will like it.
It's a nice change of pace for me.
It's good.
Also a reminder, Patreon, you know, like if you want to get a show on the list, Patreon subscribers, 2nd tier and 3rd tier. I guess that's a confusing way to put it. The top tier and middle tier, like the highest tier and middle tier, get to suggest shows. And then if you're any tier in Patreon, we are doing a new exclusive series for Patreon. We're going to watch through Naruto. We have watched the first episode. That will be out soon. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
So looky there, everybody. If you call me a negative Nancy, I'm enjoying Naruto right now.
We've only watched one episode.
I've only watched one episode, but it hooked me in.
Also, watching one episode at a time of Naruto is absolute torture.
52 episodes in one season? I looked at that last night. I was like, bro. But I kind of love that because there's so many times that I'm like, man, I wish this season was doubled.
I'm like,
Bridgerton, looking
I've watched
at you.
Naruto. I've watched like half of Naruto so many times and just stopped. And now I'm doing it again. And I'm like, why am I
we
doing
gotta go.
this?
You're the one who suggested it too. So that's so funny.
I know. I don't know why. I kind of hate myself for it. But
I was gonna pick up ramen on the way home today for when we record, but
I thought we're not recording that one today.
No, I thought we were. I thought we were knocking out all 3.
Oh no, I was not prepared for that.
Oh, well, it's on our calendar.
I'm sorry.
Lauren, it's on the calendar.
I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I'm not prepared.
Well,
I cannot.
Well, everybody, we'll figure out our schedules. We love anime.
And we love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching Gateway Anime Podcast with Bridget and Lauren. Please remember to like, subscribe, and download our episodes. Remember, we also have a Patreon, so if you want to suggest shows for us to watch, make sure you go visit us. Special thank you to Marjorie McClendon for our artwork and designs, and Drew Griffith for all of our music. We hope to see you again next week.